You talk about your anxiety as well, that you suffer from in that as well. Did you think that was important to...
I think that was... You know, I sort of spoke about that almost by accident a few years ago, and then I just kept getting constant messages about it and loads of people asking me about it. And I think a lot of people, particularly my generation, I've found from doing the doc on it, do suffer from anxiety. And I think it was important to talk about it because a lot of people don't understand it. And I think that there is sort of a stigma around it. It doesn't mean... like that you're weird or anything like that, that you have anxiety.
What's the trigger for it, do you know?
I'm not really sure. It could be anything. It could be when I have a really busy life. If something is going on in my personal life, that was a big trigger for me a few years ago. So I struggled with it quite a lot then. Now, I've really found ways to manage it. And, like, although I do still get it, I don't get it as bad as I used to.
How does it present itself? Is it, like, palpitations?
Yeah, heart palpitations. I would just feel really panicky. I'd think something awful was going to happen. If I'm trying to sleep, I can't sleep. I might get an hour a night if I'm really anxious because I could take a thought of something and make it into the worst thing in the world by the time I finish thinking about it, and then you try and break the cycle of that thought, and it's just loads of things. I get a lot of physical symptoms, so I grind my teeth if I have it at night. I'm exhausted by the end of the day if I have had a really anxious day.
How does Spencer help you with your anxiety?
I think that he's just a really positive person to be around, and he's so happy all the time, and like it's sort of... it rubs off on you and it does make you happier, and I think everybody finds that about him, and I think particularly... Oh, there you go. Yeah. You cut my friend out of that. I think that it's nice to have that sort of a presence in my life, and I think when I do have it, he does go out of his way to try and make my day a bit easier or do something nice.
Didn't you move in together for the first time last night?
Last night, yeah.
Oh.
He arrived home at 4 in the morning from Greece and forced me to get up. I willingly got up to have a glass of champagne to toast our new house at 4 in the morning.
I think you've done it the right way, though, because he wanted you to move into his place, didn't he? And I think you wanted mutual territory.
Yeah, no, he never wanted me to move in. He lives in a one-bed in Chelsea, and I have a lot of clothes, so that was never, ever going to work. And I live with 2 Irish boys, so I think that we always wanted to have our own place, and that was what we started looking at straight away.
And what about Spencer's kind of reputation and the way people talk about him? Because he's known as a bit of a player, you know, from Made in Chelsea and all the girlfriends he's had. He's very handsome, he's very charming. He comes on here and we love him.
He is very charming.
But how do you deal with that, of, you know, the past and everyone going, oh, that'll never last, or she's just the next on his list?
Yeah, I think that... I think when Spencer was on Made in Chelsea, he was 21. I mean, he's a 21-year-old boy doing what a lot of 21-year-old boys do. He didn't want to be in anything serious for any too long a period of time, and I haven't tamed him in any way, which I keep reading about, and it makes me cringe because I haven't done anything. He was just like that when I met him, and he's 29 now. Yeah, he's 29 now, so he's grown up a lot from his Made in Chelsea days, and I think that's what drives him.
We were talking about in-laws earlier, with or potential in-laws. I must say, because as a parent, if one of my daughters brought Spencer home, I would think, oh, lovely guy, but...
Yeah.
How was your mum about it?
Oh, my God, my mum... Because my mum would have met him when we were just friends in Austria.
Right.
And she just loved him immediately. Right. We went out for one dinner and he was walking home linking my auntie and my mum in the other arm.
He was getting in early.
Yeah, he got in early.
Impressed the mum.
Yeah, and even my stepdad, who would be a tougher one to crack, fell in love with Spencer as well. And I think that for both of us, we get on really well with each other's families, and that's important because we're both real family people to actually have a good relationship with each other's side.
It was important for Spencer to get on with Winston, wasn't it? He had to get on with Winston.
Yeah. He's minding Winston next week, so let's hope they get on very well this week.
I presume Winston's moved in as well, has he?
Winston's moved in,
Winston's dog, by the way, in case you weren't right from the start.
Dog/son.
Yeah.
Do you think Winston might be a bit jealous that you're giving your attention to somebody else now?
I think he does get a little bit jealous if I hug Spencer in front of him, but he gets used to it. He's fine. Winston's quite a chilled-out dog. He's 5, so he's well used to it.
Listen, it's your birthday today, so I'm sure you weren't expecting to be spending it on Loose Women, and Spencer couldn't bear to be apart from you, so he's actually here to wish you a happy birthday. Please welcome Spencer Matthews.
Hello.
Hi, girls. How are you?
Very well.
Where's the dog? Oh,
The dog is here.
Hello, Winston.
Will he come up? Will he come up? Hello, Winston.
Why have I gone so red? I just really wasn't expecting that.
So, well, because Spencer wanted to be here. Hello, Winston. Particularly because he's got a special gift for you.
Oh.
No! I have a special gift for you.
Oh, look at him drinking.
I know what it is.
What is it?
God.
key to your heart.
It's a key. What to?
It's a key to a Vespa.
Yay!
You'd look-
There it is.
I love
There it is.
Oh, it's here.
It's there.
I mean,
That's how
because
you're
she
getting
look.
home.
Yeah.
How's he getting home? On the back.
We'll hold on to him.
Oh, you're
You
just
know
gonna
what we
look
were
so
hoping
cool.
might be in that box?
Yeah.
Might that maybe next
just
time
move
you're
in.
on?
I don't think I'd be mean enough to propose on live television.
No,
She needs to at least have the option of saying no.
One night of living together and we're expecting wedding bells.
Exactly.
We could have gotten it right there.
It's quite a big deal, though, for you to live with somebody, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you know, you know. I think, you know, I respect Vogue enormously and love her very much, and it makes sense to me.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Very good sense, everybody.
I know.
Yes. Don't drink that, he was drunk.
And Winston, it's very lovely to meet you too.
No, he
Yes,
just wants
you're
a drink.
beautiful
Have a
too.
drink, babe. I know my dogs.